Today we're breaking down 10 big-bore handguns, the kind you reach for when you want serious stopping power or when hunting calls for something that actually fights back. I shuffled the original order and swapped 3 picks to keep this fresh and unmistakably our own. Expect a mix of the classic wheel guns you know and some purpose-built heavy hitters you don't see every day. I'll open each entry with a short, punchy verdict, then walk through why it matters in the real world: shootability, recoil behavior, practical hunting notes, and one honest downside you should train for. No filler, no spec dump, just the stuff that matters when you're standing at the line, holster, or hand. Number 10. Ruger Super Redhawk 454 Casull. This is a true hard hitter you can actually carry in the field and shoot without your hands falling off. The Super Redhawk is built like a brick, and it eats 454 Casull loads that would make lesser wheel guns cry. Why it matters? The frame and lockup are stout. The cylinder geometry and beefy forcing cone tame the pressure spike better than lightweight revolvers. And the overall design gives you massive muzzle energy in a revolver platform that stays usable for big game at close range. Shootability notes: expect sharp recoil and brisk muzzle flip. Steel-framed examples with longer barrels smooth that impulse. A 4 or 6-inch tube makes follow-up shots far more manageable than a snub. Use heavy, well-seated bullets and a firm two-hand grip. Don't try to limp wrist this one. Hunting use: ideal for dense country or short shots on hogs, bear, or elk at practical distances. You'll appreciate the revolver's reliability when the weather gets nasty and a semi-auto might fail. Ammo is loud, heavy, and expensive, and the recoil will punish sloppy technique. Train with reduced loads and step up gradually, so your sight picture and follow-up don't get wrecked. Keep the forcing cone and cylinder gap clean, and use proper headspace checks after heavy shooting sessions. These guns are tough, but they like basic care. Field tip: add a quality grip that locks your hands to the frame. Consider a ported barrel or recoil compensating sleeve if you run hot loads, and practice slow, accurate shots before you run full-power ammo. The Redhawk rewards fundamentals more than flash. And when you respect it, it will do the job few other handguns can. Number 9. Smith & Wesson Model 460 XVR. This revolver isn't just loud. It's one of the fastest handgun cartridges ever built, and it brings near-rifle performance to a wheel gun. The 460 S&W Magnum pushes bullets at velocities most revolvers can only dream about, and the Model 460 XVR is built to handle that energy. It's long and heavy, yes, but that weight soaks up recoil and keeps the muzzle under control so you can actually see your sights through the blast. The result is a handgun with real reach and devastating terminal performance when paired with proper ammo. Factory loads can drive a 200-grain bullet close to 2,300 feet per second in optimal setups, giving a flat trajectory and more usable range than most handguns in the field. The ported barrels, big gas checks, and rubberized grips help tame the impulse, but you'll still feel every shot deep in your bones. Hunters who want a sidearm that can stretch shots into brush country or finish an ethically wounded animal will find the XVR useful. It handles brush strikes better than many rifles in tight places and delivers knockdown power on demand. Training advice: this is not a plinker. Train with lighter practice rounds to build follow-up speed and sight recovery, then move to hot hunting loads slowly. If you plan to run optics, pick low-profile mounts designed for the XVR's frame and balance, because adding an unbalanced optic changes the handling dramatically. One honest tip: don't rush it. Respect the recoil curve, practice dry transitions and slow pairs, and the accuracy you can coax out of this platform will surprise most shooters. Number 8. Colt Anaconda 44 Magnum. The Colt Anaconda is the kind of revolver that smells like history and hits like a practical hunting tool. Chambered in 44 Magnum, it brings that classic wheel gun feel, but with modern mass and balance that make follow-up shots believable. Built on a large, heavy frame with a smooth, full-size grip and a stout lockup, the Anaconda soaks recoil better than snappy compact 44s and rewards solid fundamentals. You'll notice the difference the moment you shoulder it. On the range it points naturally, the sights are big enough to pick up quickly. And with a 4 or 6-inch barrel, you get a usable sight radius and a flatter trajectory for working shots on game. Out in the field, it's excellent for hunters who want a carryable sidearm with real knockdown power for deer, hogs, or as a backup for larger game. Its balance helps when you're taking a deliberate, ethical shot instead of flinging the gun wildly. Practical notes: stick to heavy, well-constructed bullets for controlled expansion and good penetration. Lighter, hotter rounds will bite and increase muzzle flip. Downsides are obvious. The gun is heavy to carry all day, and recoil will still punish sloppy technique. But that mass is also what makes the Anaconda controllable compared to lighter .44 revolvers. Maintenance is straightforward. Keep the forcing cone and cylinder face clean, check timing if you run consistent heavy loads, and consider a modern rubberized hunting grip to tame bite on long sessions. If you shoot it right and respect its power, the Anaconda will deliver the mix of nostalgia, accuracy, and practical stopping power most wheel gun fans chase. Number 7. Magnum Research Desert Eagle 50 Action Express. The Desert Eagle is a showstopper that actually shoots like one. Massive, deliberate, and built to shove a huge bullet out of a semi-auto platform. Why it matters: its gas-operated rotating bolt design lets a semi-auto handle cartridges most pistols can't, so you get semi-auto follow-ups with rifle-like momentum in a handgun format. Shootability notes: expect a heavy thudding recoil and a thunderous muzzle blast, but the gun's mass and long sight radius help you keep rounds on target if you ride the recoil and focus on slow, deliberate follow-ups. Practical use: it's not a carry piece. It lives on range days, camp trips, and as a trophy sidearm for hunters who value presence and raw power over concealability. Ammo selection matters. Pick stout, well-constructed projectiles, quality hollow points, or heavy jacketed bullets transfer energy well, and avoid fragmentation that ruins terminal performance. The Desert Eagle is bulky, heavy, and fussier about ammo and maintenance than simpler wheel guns. Neglect cleaning or run marginal loads, and it will remind you why simplicity sometimes wins. Mount a low-profile optic or fiber sights for faster acquisition. Run proven factory ammo for reliability, and treat each shot like you mean it. This pistol rewards deliberate technique more than spray and pray. Number 6. Thompson Center Encore 4570 Government. The Encore turns a true rifle cartridge into a handgun that can outreach most pistols. Why it matters: 4570 Government gives you heavy, momentum-rich bullets that carry through bone and brush. The Encore puts that power on a purpose-built frame with long barrel options so the cartridge can breathe. Shootability notes: recoil is stout, but very predictable compared to high-velocity Magnums. The gun's mass and barrel length tame the impulse and make follow-ups possible with practice. Barrel choices matter. Longer tubes smooth the report and improve sight radius. Shorter tubes make the package more carryable, but louder and snappier. This is a hunter's tool for finishing game at close to moderate ranges, and for wilderness work where a rifle is awkward. Ammunition advice: run hardcast or heavy bullets for penetration through bone and brush. Avoid light frangible rounds that won't reach vitals. Accuracy note: with good loads, the Encore will group like a small rifle at sensible handgun distances. It rewards careful hand loading and consistent seating. The system is heavy and bulky, and carrying ammo for 4570 is a real endurance problem on long hunts. Maintenance note: clean the barrel throat, forcing cone and cylinder face after hot string sessions, and check headspace if you're swapping heavy loads often. Practice with reduced loads first, work your follow-up transitions, and consider a simple sling or scabbard for carriage. The Encore is a specialist, not an all-day pocket option. Number 5. Smith & Wesson Model 29 44 Remington Magnum. The Model 29 is the classic big-bore revolver that proved power and accuracy can live in the same package. 44 Remington Magnum brought serious terminal performance to handguns, and the Model 29 paired that cartridge with a roomy, well-balanced frame that points naturally. Shootability notes: recoil is stout but manageable when the gun is properly gripped and you let the frame do its work. Barrel length helps a lot. A 4 to 6 inch tube gives better sight radius and tames muzzle blast compared to shorter options. Hunters and guides have used this platform for decades as a reliable sidearm for deer, hogs, and as protection in bear country close in. Ammo advice: favor heavy, well-built bullets for controlled expansion and deep penetration. Avoid light, frangible rounds that may not penetrate brush or bone reliably. Accuracy note: the Model 29 can be surprisingly accurate for a big revolver if you practice follow-ups and control your trigger finger. It rewards good fundamentals. Modern loads can be punishing in the hand and ammunition choices matter. Expect muzzle flip if you jump straight to full-power rounds without training. Maintenance tip: keep timing and lockup checked after heavy use, and maintain clean forcing cones for best accuracy over time. Work up from mild practice loads to hunting rounds, use a grip that tucks the wrist to the frame, and practice deliberate double-action pulls so you can run it fast under pressure without losing accuracy. Number 4. Taurus Raging Judge. 454, Castle, 45 Colt, 410 shot shell. The Raging Judge is a versatile, blunt instrument toolbox. It eats hand loads, wheel gun cartridges, and even shot shells, giving you options most revolvers can't match. Why it matters: that cylinder and beefy frame let you switch between heavy cast bullets for penetration and 3-inch 310 gauge-type performance with shot, so it's a one-gun solution when you need flexibility on the trail. Recoil varies wildly depending on what you feed it. A 45 Colt load will be gentle, a 454 Castle will bite, and a loaded 310 gauge shell will punish you differently. Train for each type and know your transitions. It's a great camp gun for mixed game country where encounters can be unpredictable. Carry a couple different ammo types and you can adapt from snakes and coyotes to hogs in a heartbeat. Ammo advice: keep commercially proven loads for defense or hunting and use hard cast or heavy for caliber bullets when you expect penetration. If you run shot, pattern it at the distances you expect to use it. The Judge's cylinder length and overall bulk make it clumsy for quick draws and hurts on long carries. It's a toolbox, not a concealment piece. Field tip: settle into a two-handed stance, practice transitions between ammo types, and use a holster or scabbard that keeps the heavy cylinder protected and ready. Number 3. Ruger Super Redhawk Alaskan. 480 Ruger. The Alaskan is built for close-in violence. Short barrel, massive frame, and a cartridge meant to stop a charging animal dead in its tracks. 480 Ruger brings serious momentum and deep penetration in a package you can actually shoulder and swing in tight timber or a bear country trail. The short barrel makes recoil snappier, but the frame mass and big grip geometry keep it controllable for deliberate defensive shots. Practice draw and presentation because real encounters are close and fast. Practical use: guides and hunters love the Alaskan for a reason. It's a specialized insurance policy when you can't depend on long-range tools and need an uncompromising stopper. Choose heavy, hard-hitting bullets designed for deep penetration. Soft, fast rounds will fragment and lose the edge you want against big game. Recoil and muzzle blast are significant, and the short barrel reduces velocity compared to longer Redhawk variants. Accept the trade-off for maneuverability. Field tip: train for fast, accurate presentation from a scabbard or chest rig, and practice with the exact hunting loads you plan to depend on. Number 2. Magnum Research BFR 4570. The BFR turns the 4570 into a single-shot, long-barrel handgun experience that's as close to a mini-rifle as you'll get in a sidearm. Why it matters: that cartridge carries heavy, momentum-rich bullets that penetrate and retain energy. The BFR lets you use 4570, where a rifle is impractical. Shootability notes: the BFR's long barrel and beefy frame soak a lot of recoil, giving you a surprisingly steady sight picture for precise, deliberate shots at useful distances. Practical use: ideal for wilderness hunters who need a compact backup that still brings rifle-class terminal performance. It's also a specialist tool for folks who hand-load and tune loads for specific game. Ammunition advice: hand loads and hard-cast bullets shine here. The BFR rewards careful load development and will return impressive accuracy with the right recipes. Ammo weight and bulk make it a poor choice for day-long carry, unless you accept the trade-off for stopping power. You'll likely carry fewer rounds and plan your shots. Practice slow, accurate follow-ups, use a solid rest for longer shots when you can, and bring the exact hunting loads you tuned the gun for. Number 1. Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. This is the nearest thing to a pocket-sized lightning bolt. Absolute power in a production revolver built to make a statement and do work. 500 S&W Magnum throws massive bullets at brutal velocities, and it was designed from the ground up to manage that pressure safely and reliably in a factory handgun. Shootability notes: recoil is intense and immediate, but modern grips, porting, and the sheer mass of the frame keep it within the realm of practical. You'll feel it, but the gun will keep you honest and allow real follow-ups with training. Practical use: this is a serious hunting and protection tool for extreme situations, bear defense, big hogs, and anyone who needs enormous terminal performance in a revolver. Ammunition advice: use heavy, premium bullets and practice with reduced loads before stepping up. Test your preferred hunting loads for penetration and weight retention in real media when possible. The gun's noise, recoil, and ammo cost make it impractical for casual shooting. Respect it, or it will teach you a harsh lesson. Field tip: practice dry work, build a steady stance, and keep your follow-up mechanics smooth. When the shot counts, this revolver will deliver the kind of stopping power few sidearms can match. That wraps up our countdown of the hardest-hitting handguns still roaming the wild. Each of these beasts brings its own balance of recoil, reach, and raw stopping power. But they all share one thing in common: respect. These aren't the kind of pistols you show off. They're the ones you train with, trust, and only draw when it truly matters. Whether you're out hunting, guiding in bear country, or just chasing the experience of big-bore recoil, remember, control and confidence beat caliber every single time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay sharp.